Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums to Sci, Captain of the Steves. And today, chums, for you guys out there in the viewerverse, this is Phase 2 of the Polestar Redux expedition, and we're headed on up to the freighter to see which badge we've got to pop next. You may have seen a couple of messages there. Happy New Year, people in the viewerverse, it's 2023. Heck yes it is. Awesome. Well, let's call in the old freighter. We're going to head on up to the bridge and take a look at what expedition badges we've got to pop inside of this phase, people in the viewerverse. Heck yes we are. Right, so now we're on to Phase 2, and this is the first badge right here, and we've just got to go and hit on up the logs, and we do that by our freighter commander. And I say freighter commander, I've kind of taken that position now, yet he still sits in that blinking seat, even though he gave up the freighter. I don't know, am I paying him a wage? Don't think so, well, let's not complain. Okay, cool. Let's head on up. So here's the guy sitting on the throny type chair thing. But you know what, before we do that though, we've got to actually warp over to Expedition Point 2, Rendezvous 2. Right, so you are going to need warp fuel to do that. That all we've got covered off in Episode 1. It was freaking epic. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Brilliant, eh? Anyhows, we're going to be hitting up this chappie here, this guy here with the dead eyes. Hello there, mate. I'm loving your freaking chin tusks. They're lovely. And whatever else is going on there. It looks like cabling or something. Freaking mental. Anyway, buddy, yeah. Thank you very much for all the little snippets of story. Awesome! So we've now popped that badge. Lovely jubbly. Haven't actually claimed the rewards for that badge yet, so we'll go in and we'll claim those now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. And I've got to make myself over to Rendezvous 2. And then it looks like we're going to be putting in some new rooms inside of our freighter in a moment, people. But you have to kind of do these ones in order to get all the blueprints for the rooms, people. But since we're heading down to a planet, I'm going to be scanning some creatures on that planet if I see some, and hopefully pop in the fauna badge, which I really wanted to do in Phase 1, but sadly I didn't see enough creatures because every time I landed it was nighttime. Oh, for fudge's sake, look, it's nighttime on the planet that I'm heading to. And it's freaking out at sea by the looks of things, people. Yes, so, yeah. Oh, hopefully there's some underwater creatures, and hopefully they come out at night. Hopefully I get to pop a badge there. I'm going to actually land on the part of the freighter that's actually exposed outside of the water. Sneaky, I know. Most people would look for an island. Not me. I'm landing on the crashed freighter part. Brilliant, eh? Righto, and it looks like we're jumping into the drink. We're heading down there. You can see there's a load of comms balls already, so I'm definitely not the first person to be here. Definitely won't be the last. These places get littered with comms balls, and it's so awesome swimming on down and reading a few. Sometimes I see from people that I know. Heck yes, inside of the viewerverse. Anyway, we've got that one. We can pop that badge. I'm just going to go... Oh, fudging heck. What the hell happened there? I sunk like a freaking brick. Okay, I was lucky it wasn't super deep, or else I might run out of oxygen trying to swim back up again. Freaking mentals. Right, okay, anyway, we've got some exosuit expansion. Lovely. Let's swim on over. I'm going to hit on up the old washing machine for a bit of lore, but I'm just going to hammer through it. Yeah, it's not really essential, but it kind of marries up to the lore that you're getting up on the actual freighter bridges. So if you do like lore, I have got a playlist on all the lore for No Man's Sky. And it's still a work in progress. I'm still finding more lore to cover off. Heck yes. Well, I did scan some underwater faunas, so I have got the badge for the fauna now, so I'm going to hit that one up. The only thing is, while I was scanning them, there was messages popping up all over the place, and some of them probably not that great to actually put on screen. So there we go, done diddly and done. We've now popped that badge, lovely. We've got a load of stuff we didn't really need from that one though, like creature pellets and stuff. I don't believe you have to tame a creature in this expedition, which is a first, isn't it? But anyhow, let's stick that into there. We've got the adjacency bonuses going on. Lovely jubbly. And yeah, I think it's time to go back up to the freighter and go and install some of these rooms upon the freighter. I mean, yeah, one of the actual missions though is to deploy a Nautilus Bay. But I don't think I've quite got the blueprint. Oh, I haven't actually put in the materializer room yet inside the freighter, and I don't think I could until I'd popped that badge. So a little bit of arse about face there, people. You might be able to do this a bit quicker, a little bit better than I, but yeah, this is the way that I'm doing it, and maybe there might be some of you guys out there that done it in a similar fashion. I'm just heading over to that planet to grab myself some more copper because I've run out of chromatic metal. Got myself a freaking bucket load of the stuff. Going to be turning that into the old chromatic kind right now, people in the viewerverse. Lovely jubbly. So I've made a shed load of chromatic metal and then into antimatter, people. So now I'm going to be sticking it in the room. There we go, pow, that can go there. The orbital exocraft materializer, which lets you put down exocrafts on any system, as long as you put down a base for the actual bay. You have to put down the actual exocraft bay on a planet somewhere. As long as you've built one somewhere in the universe, this will then work. You can pull your exocraft down to any planet. Sadly, the exocraft we've got is a Nautilus, my least favourite of exocrafts, to be honest. I very rarely explore the oceans, because the oceans, they need to have bigger, dangerous fauna in there for me to go gallivanting about in the oceans, people. They do. Yes, done. And that's pretty much in. Right, what next? We can put in an exocraft specialist room. Now, this is in Rendezvous 2. In the station, you can actually employ an exocraft technician if you want. It's over at the side of the station that's also got the multi-tool cabinet. Through that little room, the back room, in there's a Viking that you can hire. Anyhow, dundly and done. Lovely jubbly. That's actually install-located. What's next? A teleporter room? I haven't got an amino chamber. We'll come back to that amino chamber issue. Yes, I've got a way of getting that. Now we're going to be installing, putting down our bay for the Nautilus. But first I need to get some crystalline sulfate. I've already got some salt. I found some salt on a trader inside of a station and bought a bundle, but you can find salt by scanning stuff under the water normally. I mean, it's the sea, it should be full of the bloody stuff. Sometimes it's a first element, like a primary, sometimes it's a secondary. You can see that I scanned that, it wasn't salty. I'm going to be going over to this thing here. This is where you get the crystalline sulfate. Now you have to pick it from the side. You're only going to get 3 clumps, we need 4. Always the frickin' story, isn't it? Sod's law. Right, let's pick that up, swim away from it. As soon as it starts vibrating, it vents out a load of hot gas. It can do you damage. And this early on, it could actually kill you, so be careful. Righto, so I'll just scan that. There you go, salt as a primary element. If I just zap this, I will get super salty. Heck yes, I will. The only trouble is sometimes some jellyfish will emerge and they will try to attack you. So if you can buy it from a trader, buy it from a trader. Righto, well I managed to pluck my last crystal sulfide and I've put down my Nautilus. Now I'm panicking trying to get in here because I've run out of oxygen. It's actually an underwater cave. We're good, we're saved, we're okay. Look at that, my oxygen's going back up. I can pop this badge. It's quite a gnarly looking badge. It's not the most gnarly of freaking exocrafts, but that badge is pretty darn freaking fantastic. Lovely, probably one of my favourites inside of this expedition actually. There we go, it's quite neon. It looks a bit like the light show that I've got going on here, doesn't it? Awesome, brilliant, done. We've got that one, and we've got a load of stuff in there that I don't really want or need. Right, so here we go. Now I can go back on up and I construct the teleporter room, but I do need that amino chamber. Here we go. If we go to the Nexus, up to the Nexus, hopefully we can get an amino chamber blueprint inside of the Nexus, people. So I just called that in using the quick menu from down on the D-pad there, people. So yeah, let's fly on into the old Nexus, and this is Rendezvous 2, so I have walked once or twice or whatever to get here. You would know how many times if you've been watching episode 1 and through to this one. Heck yes. I've head on up to the back room where all these guys are. Oh, hold on. Look at this multi-tool. There's a freaking experimental multi-tool in this cabinet right next to EOS, old shark face. Look at that. This is Rendezvous 2, people, if you want that. That's a lovely freaking multi-tool. I can't afford it. It's 3 million units. No, nowhere even close. Right, well, let's go to the center console next to it. Here, I've got quite a fair few nanites because we've popped a few badges that have awarded us them, and I'm just going to buy that one. I'm just going to buy the amino chamber for now. I'm not going to go and waste a shed load of nanites and stuff I don't need on this expedition. Heck no. So we just purchased that. However, there was an ingredient there that I don't got right now on my person, people. Heck no. Yes, the condensed carbon. I used all of that to freaking craft my antimatter. I have got a load more carbon, though, in my ship, so I can turn that into condensed carbon, and I'm using the portal inside of the Nexus to teleport straight over to my freighter, so I'm not going to use any fuel flying out of the Nexus and all that sort of shenanigans. Kaboom! Instant translocation. Goku style. I've got a Goku up there somewhere. Yeah, up there. Anyhow, let's head on back up to my old freighter, and yes, where is my ship inventory space? space. Yeah, I should have a load of it. I've made the actual metal plating. All I need now is the condensed carbon. I'm going to use my large refiner inside of my freighter, and I'm going to go to my ship inventory, grab that carbon. I'm going to halve the stack by pressing square, and yeah, I'll stick that in there. Chicka-boom! There we are. It's on the bake. So 2 minutes later, chicka-boom, that's mine. Thank you very much. Power of editing, lovely. Coolio! Righto, so now I can install this, can't I? No, because I haven't crafted my bloody amino chamber. I got all the freaking ingredients and then didn't bother. Egypt. Right, okay, well, let's craft the amino chamber from all of those sort of bits and bobs that I just kind of clustered together like a freaking squirrel. There we go, chicka-boom! Amino chamber done. Pick on up that, stick that in there, right next to the bridge, so it's nice and easy to get into if I need to. Lovely. Pretty happy with that. Fairly snazzy, fairly awesome. Right, now we've got to put in one of these double-chambered places. One of these double-chambered cultivation areas. We're going to stick it there. Chicka-boom. You know what? I can actually build two, and I like to have things uniform and, you know, symmetrical and all that sort of shenanigans. So I'm going to stick another one over there just for the hate. Hold on, it's behind a freaking glass window. I can't even get into the bloody room. All right, well, kind of looks nice. Sod it. I'd have to install a door. Right, okay, fair enough. We just want the badge. I'm not really bothered about this save. I'm going to delete this save after I've done this expedition. But the people at home, you might want to plan your freighter out a bit better than me. Sticking rooms behind glass just isn't clever. Right, okay, done. We'll pop that badge. Oh, we've done. We're freaking done. We've only gone and just bloody finished it. Have we? Is that it? Is that it for phase 2? Phase 2 is freaking easy. Okay, I think we're done. Apart from, there seems to be an optional mission. So you know what, let's hit up that badge anyway. You might as well claim everything, mightn't we? What have we got there? High gravity freighter trail. There is one locked freighter trail that we don't got yet. It's called a Sentinel freighter trail. Looking forward to that one, people in the viewerverse. Heck yes I am. But when's it going to drop? Good question. I mean, this one was in an expedition freighter trail, so I'm wondering whether the Sentinel freighter trail is going to be for another future expedition, along with this sort of solar helmet that's been found in the game files. Yeah, solar helmet. I made a video on the solar helmet. Just put in Captain Steve solar helmet, it should come up. Or if I'm really kind, I'll put a video card at the top if I can remember. Anyhow, let's do that optional mission. So before you actually quit out to the main menu, make sure your network settings are back on and your crossplay, and then you should be able to hit somebody up by going to multiplayer. Providing you've got a friend online, just give them a tinkle. Hey mate, can you get online and have your freighter in space? I want to go and visit. Awesome. Normally it does matchmaking there, but not so much anymore because multiplayer is completely squiffy. So you're going to need somebody online, one of your mates maybe, or whatever. But what I might do is might just leave my expedition on some lunch times or something during the day, and people can just come aboard my freighter if they want to pop this milestone, because you do get quite a lot from it. You get the full glyph set and you get a shed load of freaking units or something. Anyway, let's pop it and let's just find out for sure. There, you look, I got a freaking shed ton of freaking units there, or whatever. Yeah, 500,000. I could go buy that multi-tool. Frick yes! I'm going to be doing that at the start of the next episode if I don't forget. Hopefully I won't forget. Remember to buy the multi-tool. Remember to buy the multi-tool. Pum, pum, pum. Done! I think that's locked in. I think that's in the old memory banks. Yeah, I probably won't. I'll probably forget. Let's fly into the old station. Let's create a save. And then just load back in and make sure I've got all those freaking units banked. Yeah, that's, and make sure all the badges are all popped and all that sort of shenanigans. Because at the moment you can see that I'm still connected to Commander Ruff. I can just turn off my network settings, but I don't want to do that until I've actually made a save. Righto, cool, yeah. So I've jumped out my ship. It says there saving at the bottom right corner, but it also said position not saved in multiplayer. So I think although that it has saved, I don't think it saved my position. I think once I exit back out, it's going to put me back on my own freighter in my own area of space, but with all my badge and all my progress saved. Don't know how they do it. They're freaking wizards at Hello Games sometimes. Sometimes their stuff works. Sometimes kind of works. Okay, right, cool. Brilliant. Let's do that then. Let's quit to mode select and let's load back in. Let's see where it puts me inside of the universe, people. This is a bit of an investigation, isn't it? This optional badge has probably took me longer to do than the whole freaking phase 2. Phase 2 was freaking easy. Okay, right. Okay, cool. Well, here we are. We're into here. And yes, we're back on my own freighter. We're back in Rendezvous 2, people in the viewerverse, like I thought we would be. That's all completed. We'll be doing phase 3 tomorrow, people in the viewerverse. Until then, you've been freaking awesome. I've been the Captain Captain of the Steves. And until next time, people, stay golden. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe. And I'd like to say a massive, great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers. And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.